Germany, everyone's like, oh, it's got to...
How's this even a thing? They did such a good job on this. Wow. So Tyler here is fully blown away. I'm actually really blown away too, because I've seen a Liberty Walk S15, but just the actual Liberty Walk one.
The yellow and white one.
Yes, the yellow and white one. I've never seen a non-liveried Liberty Walk S15, and it actually looks so good.
It's a rare occasion to see it without a livery on. This usually runs a livery. It used to have a blue and teal livery that matched the roll cage and some other bits on the car. We re-wrapped it for Goodwood, for a company we work with, and then we've just taken the wrap off between putting another one back on. So you're seeing it in a... This probably won't happen again to this car being pretty much plain white.
It's pretty cool to me though, sitting here without a livery, because it really shows the angular nature of the body kit. It really shows how wild it is. I mean, there's no other kit like it.
No, it's aggressive, very aggressive.
So the inspiration we know is from the super silhouette cars.
Yep.
But it just sitting here almost like a street car looks so cool. Like this taillight design, this area here, and the rear spoiler. I love it.
So our one's slightly changed from the stock one. So the stock super silhouette kit is exactly this, but we've put a couple of extra bits on ourselves. So the rear arches are actually wider to get the drivetrain on this car is actually off of a R34 GTR. So we can't get the normal kit in. So we've widened these rears out even wider. We've put some extra vents in through here, so they don't usually have the two plates here.
Oh, okay.
These are actually added on because I didn't like the view through to the wheel. I don't know. For me, it just looked unfinished.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys, the cars in Japan are actually running black on the inside wing, but I wanted to do the whole car white. And then the rear diffuser we made removable, the front bumper we made removable. Mm-hmm. We've got the addition of these because it's quite a big air dam on the back. And I intended to actually use this on track. However, I've not found any tracks that will let me out because of the noise limits at the moment, but it is going to happen. At some point, this will go on track. The story of the car was, it was Endless's demo car from Japan. It was originally a black S15, pretty much stock body with some bolt-on rear arches just to get over the wide rears. I knew of the car sitting in the UK and I wanted to build a super silhouette, and then the opportunity came around and I was like, I know the perfect donor car. So mechanically, this car sits exactly as it was a drag car back in Japan in the early thousands. So like, it then kind of lost touch. People don't really know what happened to it, whether it just sat in a workshop or got sold around a little bit, we don't know. But then it came into the UK. It was sitting in a dealership in the UK that's well known for very rare Japanese cars. And we work with those guys, so I was just like, yeah, that's a good donor. So we've left all the mechanics as was and then done the styling.
It's so insane to me because there's other builds that just start off with a regular street car that may not have the heritage that this car has. So that means Endless, the tuning company.
It's slightly different.
So they actually raced it in the 2000s.
Yep. And they owned the car from new. So it's got like 15,000 miles on it or something stupid.
Okay.
It's hardly done any mileage, this car.
So what else from the outside, what else have you changed from the original Liberty Walk kit?
From the original Liberty Walk kit, not masses. So it's very subtle details.
Spoiler, it comes with this.
Yep, same spoiler, same trunk. This is all the same. There's some fettling to get it to fit perfect because we're a detailing company. We're very much about the detail, so just extended some edges just to get to exactly where we want, but that's normal with old cars and body kits. Mm-hmm. These are actually longer on our car, so these would end around here and here, and I wanted to run them the full length. And then the front bumper is slightly different, and this is fully removable, so we can actually pull this down and we can just slide the bumper off for loading and unloading.
Oh,
the whole front comes
so cool. It's functional, the fact that you could take it off so easily.
Yeah, it works nicely for us, moving it around the world. We go into Europe with a car a lot, we go to a lot of car shows, so we can get it on and off the trailers quickly. It does have air ride, but with such a long front end on it, it's tricky.
The wheels too are so nice. The fitment is so, it's perfect.
So we actually dialed the kit into the wheels. We had the wheels and then we just, a little bit of fettling just to get it to sit right. We wanted to get it sitting perfect when it's on the floor.
Just this alone, just the scene here is so crazy. I mean, I love seeing that there's just this big open space, but it all gets broken up by just how crazy the kit actually is.
I think if you didn't have this and you didn't have all of this going on, it would look way too blocky. So it's kind of nice that it's got all of that going on. Especially in white, it makes it look huge.
Yeah, that is so crazy. Oh, so these are all of the...
Yeah, there's where it was running. So it wasn't early 2009 onwards, sorry.
Right.
They ran it all the way up to...
This is so cool. What a cool tech sticker. So this was a drag car.
Yep.
Ah. And then, is that what you would use this for too, drag racing?
Oh no, I'd just drive it and have fun.
So, did you actually have to repaint all the interior too?
Yes, the whole car was black. So we had the cage fabricated by our friends at SW Motorsport to a drawing the spec that I had. They done some extra bits from there. Then we painted the cage in our company teal, and then the rest of the inside in the white.
What is this?
Air jacks.
It has air jacks.
Yeah.
Working air jacks.
Yeah. So you can air out and then air up. And there she is. We've tried to do as little as possible to change it away from what it originally was. So it's on the turbo that it would have been on when it was running as a drag car, the full setup as it was a drag car. The only thing that we really done is we removed some parts so we could just tidy up some of the satin black because we didn't want to remove the engine. Felt that might take away a little bit of its soul. So that was kind of like a nod to its heritage.
So in this configuration, do you know how much power it's making?
We haven't put it on a rolling road, but the figures from back when it was in Japan is said to have 900 on fuel and then just over the 1,000 mark with the NOS.
It can't be a 2 liter still then, huh?
2.2 stroked.
2.2.
4-cylinder, nearly 1,000 horsepower.
That's so much. I mean, it's a drag car, it needs it.
Yeah,
and plus you have nitrous too.
The nitros at the moment is not plugged in, so that's currently disconnected. It is there, we just need to plumb it back in, gas it up, and it would work, but we haven't tested that yet. I'm still getting to grips with full boost at the moment. Full boost is a lot, so I don't really need that just yet.
So you drive this on the street?
Yeah, I've driven this on the road, yeah. Hey.
Oh.
There she is.
So, did it already have air jacks in it?
No, we put those in. It was a bit of a crazy idea. I was like, I really want a car on air ride, air suspension with air jacks. I'm not sure why. It was just like a thought in my mind that I thought it would be cool. It was a lot of hassle.
Double air.
Yeah, twin air.
So it didn't have a cage when you bought it?
It did, but it was a bolt-in dash dodger. So it was like the skinny little tube past here, and I was like, for 1,000 horsepower, yeah, I wasn't comfortable with it. I get it, it's lightweight, but...
That's a very Japanese thing.
Yeah,
it's
just bolt-in cage, it
right.
gets past regs, good enough, and they just go.
But this is a very extensive cage.
Yeah, there's a lot of work in this cage.
Good door bars and everything. I love it. And even the air jacks are matching color.
Oh yeah.
So then what transmission does it have?
HKS Super Sequential and 5-speed in this, so it's quite an old box. It's from a different era than right now. And then it has FCON Pro in it, which is still the original management it would have had back then. And the only thing really changed in here management-wise, obviously the air controller, but we've left all of the NOS set up as was. This cut here is as was. It did have door cards, it didn't have carpets. It's pretty much there. We had to cut the dash a little just to get our cage in and get it in there. But other than that, it was pretty much this. It had one seat and they were different seats, but we just freshened it up with the brides.
It's so cool because you saved a car that who knows what would have happened to it.
I don't think it was really usable. In its current state, drag racing is not a big thing really in the UK anymore, not for street drag cars.
Right.
So I think this car would have probably just been lost, to be honest. I don't think it would have actually been out and about. We've given it a bit of a new lease of life. Some people love that, some people hate that, kind of get it, but for us we wanted to build an S15. Like you say, a lot of these cars have got the body kits, but they don't have the power or the provenance. And it was kind of like the perfect storm. It all fell into place at the right time for us, so that was the car for us.
Yeah. So what's next for this car?
This car is going to have another wrap put on it that is similar to its original wrap. It's got a trip to Portugal, a couple of trips into Europe, and then the final destination with, fingers crossed, everything's looking good. This car will be shipped out to the US for SEMA at the end of the year, and that's kind of the grand finale for
End
us.
of this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
This will be in SEMA.
Do you know what booth you think it would be in?
We have our own booth at SEMA this year for the first year ever, and I think we have a space outside for this car, so I'm hoping it'll be out the front with the cooler crowd, and that's what I'm hoping for.
I can't wait to see that. That would be so
It'll have
cool
a different
to see.
colour combo. Unfortunately, anybody there, they're not going to be able to see it with no livery and plain white. It will have its livery back, but it will look quite special.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine too. You know, this, as it sits, even though it's white with just a couple little accents, it still looks so wild. But of course, these were meant to have liveries. You know, the Super
It's a race
Silhouette
car,
cars.
right?
Yeah, race car. I love it. Thank you so much for bringing it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to support us directly, go to LarryChenPrints.com. I print and sign every single one of these. This is the perfect gift, or it's the perfect piece of art for your wall.